Disney adults find new obsession in shoulder plush toys. If story one showed us how branding changes spark controversy, story two reveals how brand loyalty fuels new trends. At Disney parks, the latest craze isn't mouse ears, but shoulder plush toys. Tiny stuffed animals with magnets that perch on your shoulder. According to the New York Times, these 5-inch companions, priced at $25 to $30, are flying off shelves. But children aren't the main customers. Disney adults, super fans who flock to the parks without kids, are the ones driving demand. One fan explained, "Ears are boring. Everybody wears them now," while showing off his girlfriend's shoulder-mounted ghost dog from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Disney declined to release sales figures, but confirmed strong demand and plans to expand the line to 45 characters. The trend, part of a larger kidult boom, is spreading beyond Disney. Even Universal and sports teams are cashing in with their own versions. Okay, so what's the real message here? Logos, brands are really important. We all like to think we're rational human beings, but we're all emotional. And Disney is great at just really keying in on the hearts of a certain subset of adult human beings and making them go crazy. Getting adults to walk around with stuffed animals on their shoulder all day long. I get it, doing it for 5 minutes as a prank to be silly. But all day long in an amusement park, it's crazy, but it's great business for Disney. Okay, let's dig a little deeper here. To me, Disney is one of the all-time great success stories in not just American business, but American culture, American creativity, and how they've been able to take a vision, Walt Disney's vision, and expand it decades after his death, and continue to craft our culture, shape our culture, have a huge impact. And they've certainly had ups and downs during the years, and there were years when it seemed like it wasn't going to make it back, but they are on solid footing now. And it's because of things like this. They're always thinking about not just how can I make one movie or get a little higher ratings for ABC TV or something like that. They're always thinking about how do we emotionally really connect with our customers. And to their credit, sometimes you can say to the customer's detriment, they're always thinking about how do we squeeze every last dollar out of every person of every age. And that might not sound like something that should be glorified, but if you're a school teacher, a police officer, and you have a 401k and Disney stock or an index fund with Disney stock is in your portfolio, you appreciate the fact that they are aggressive. Let's not forget, these were the innovators decades ago of charging for parking. Apparently, it never occurred to amusement parks, hey, we could charge for parking. Now you go to Disney, you're going to pay a small fortune just for the right to park your car there. Now, historically, not just in the United States, but Europe, other places, amusement parks were places for kids and parents with kids. And at some point, Disney realized, oh, wait a minute, adults have more money than kids. If we spent all this time and energy and effort marketing to an adult in their late 20s, early 30s with young kids to bring them to Disney, and we gave them a great experience, why in the world do we want to let them get off the hook for the next 60 years of their life? If they're 35, why not take money out of their pocket till they're 95? At some level, that was the thinking of Disney. And I got to tell you, it was very shrewd because I've only been to Disney once. I took my daughter for her 5th birthday. We had a fantastic time. We went to every one of the Disneys in Orlando, Florida. So it was, I guess, 6 days. And we had a great time, but it was amazing even then. This was now 7+ years ago. You'd see so many adult couples walking around, and they kind of look like I do now. They had gray hair, no kids in sight, and they might have had ears on. They had Disney shirts on. They were having a time of their life. And you talk to some of them sometimes, as I did at the place where you're getting a drink or getting lunch. It's like, oh yeah, we come every year. Really? Where are your kids? Oh, they're 35 now. They enjoyed it coming as kids. They don't come anymore, but we come every year. That is powerful marketing. You're delivering some value there. Personally, it's not for me. I've gone to almost every major, I've certainly gone to every amusement park in Florida since I moved here, taking my daughter because she enjoys roller coasters. I enjoy making my daughter happy. So we've gone to every kind of Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Gatorland, you name it, we've been to it. And I've enjoyed it, but I wouldn't just go by myself or with my wife. That's just me. Doesn't mean these people are wrong. At some level, it comes down to a human's character. And I'm not casting aspersions on someone just because they're different from me. My own preference is I want new experience. I want to travel to a country I've never been to. I want to go to an amusement park I've never been to. I crave the new. There's a certain type of personality that wants consistency. There are certain types of people where you go to an ice cream store, it has 31 flavors or 131 flavors or 500 flavors. They know I want strawberry every time or I want vanilla every time. They want that consistency of an experience. Ultimately, that's what a brand is. It's delivering a consistent experience. And while Disney changes every year, they do a great job of delivering a consistent experience. And that is paying off for them quite nicely with a whole new product line. These things are flying off the shelves, $25 to $30. And I guess you put maybe you put a magnet under your shirt and then the thing attaches on top so it sits on your shoulder all day long. Can't imagine why you want to do that. Or if you're on a roller coaster, well, you got to worry about a flying parrot falling off and knocking someone in the face. But that's the other thing you notice about Disney. All these rides and experiences, a lot of people are just walking around. Okay, if that's what you like, that's great. This appears to be another coup for the Disney organization. And it does show, I think, something that's relevant to so many of us media entrepreneurs today, which is always be experimenting, never be afraid to fail. Certainly Disney has failed. They've had many movies that were complete disasters. Some of the parks have not done as well as others, but they're always saying, okay, we have these interesting characters, these stories. How do we make it accessible to people in every way they want? If they want a live experience, a park. If they want an audio experience, we'll have Disney Radio. If they want to watch a TV show, we have TV shows. If they want a cable, we have a cable channel. If they want to go to the movie theater, we're going to have movies coming out every so often. They're always experimenting with every single format. And this goes back to Walt Disney being an innovator. Yes, he could draw, although by his own admission, he wasn't the world's greatest artist. He was ridiculed early in his career by employers saying he had no creativity, but he was fascinated by this new medium of film. And you can look at some of the early Steamboat Willie cartoons and think, well, that's kind of crude. Well, it was brand new. He was experimenting then. To these days, we talk about these AI robots. Well, I remember as a kid in the 1960s, the experimentation Disney did with the animatronic presidents. If you go to any of the Disney theme parks, you've got these US presidents talking, and now it seems kind of clunky and weird, but you see them moving and talking in what we think their voices might be. So always been an innovation with every medium, every mode, and that's why I think we're still talking about them and why they're able to form long-term relationships with their intellectual property. Part of that's the logo in Mickey Mouse, where people still wearing ears, but they're not afraid to branch out and to do these other characters. And it's working out really well. And to some extent, that's a role model for all of us who create and put things out to the world in the media and live experiences.